What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be giving a little rundown on about three stocks that I've got my eye on coming up on these next couple of weeks that are setting up for very nice plays for just some good option contract calls to be looking to the upside for whether it takes about possibly 3 to 6 months for the play to hit. Um, but yeah, so let's just get straight into it. First play that I want to talk about and really just kind of how the chart and what it's really giving is SOFI. SOFI's been, an absolute banger of a stock, man. Um, Within the past 5 months, it's done 158%. It's done very well. It is trying to go, retest all-time highs from when it first, was introduced into the stock market. Um, right now, we're on a great track to be doing that. We've got 6 days until January is finally over, and that will be the first month done of 2025. As you can see here, I've got the monthly candles. So each one of these candles is one full month. And this the last blue candle that you see here on the screen is the most recent month of January, the month that we are finishing out right now. It is giving very bullish to finish off. I am using Heiken so it's not as strong looking of a candle compared to what November of 2024 and December looked like, where you can see there's a lot more filled candle instead of wick. But then again, we have a full week, and I believe that this coming up week can be very beneficial to SoFi, especially with earnings and just the way that this company's been killing it. Um, and it's got the potential to go reach these all-time highs that it was previously at. Um, but let's kick it down to a weekly time frame, and then I'll kick it down to a daily and 4 hour. I just want to show on the weekly, the 200 SMA has just formed back in October of last year, and you can see this nice uptrend that we had, which was that 158% move that I was just talking about. And then this previous week that we just had after the inauguration was a very, very positive week. This was actually a 21% week, so that was very positive, and it's just showing very bullish signs. On the RSI, it is showing that we're kind of swimming in the overbought, but that doesn't mean that we still can't see more upside, potential pullback in the beginning of the week and then launch at the end of the week. But regardless, this is definitely a play that is setting up to be, one of those plays that it's going to take about 3 to maybe 6 months, and we'll see it hit. It's going to be a good one for sure. It's got a lot of momentum to go to the upside. I don't really see much drawback, or so much of a pullback back down to where it was back in late 2024 and early 24. I don't really see it getting back below 10 right now. It would be great if it did, because this would be an immediate buy. But as of right now, I'd be happy to see a little pullback down to like 16.5, even 15. That would be great. But if not, I'll have to settle with 17 if I can get it at that, around a little bit lower than what the actual price is at now. But the option contracts are very reasonably priced for how long of an expiration that you can get out with a great delta and a great theta. And yeah, so let's kick it on down to the daily as well. We can see here I do use the Lux Algo trend lines with breaks, so that's what this green B with this green diagonal trend line is. That is an indicator that you can get on TradingView. Very beneficial, even for the day traders. you can see whenever it indicates a break of trend line, it usually respects it, and as you can see here, it did a significant move after the initial notice of break on the daily, and then it got a 27% move to the upside. So very positive indicator. I like to use it just with my charting analysis, and I can see when I say I wanted to see it come back down to 16 is because of the daily, and I'll kick it down to the 4 hour in a second. But on the daily, you can see this blue line here that crossed through the white line. The blue line is my 9 SMA, or as most people know about, like the EMA's SMA is just another indicator like the EMA. Do your own research on that. Won't be getting too much into that, but just letting you know that I use the 9 SMA, 20 SMA, and 200 SMA. And with the 9 SMA crossing the 20 SMA, that is also a indicator of more bullish signs of to see a further push the upside. But it's always possible to have a red day, as you can see. I don't use green and red candles. I use blue and black, and blue is for bulls and black is for bears. So it's very possible that we can have a slight pull down to where the 9 SMA is at, which is around 16.32. But ideally, if I can get SOFI around 16.5, that would be perfect too. I definitely stand behind this company and where its potential is to be, and just how the chart is what the chart's really giving me is just showing very positive bullish signs of wanting it to go higher, see new higher highs. We can also see on the daily time frame with MACD, it's not it's just recently crossed, so it's still giving bullish signs. RSI on the daily isn't overbought yet, so there's still a lot of room for growth and more movement to the upside. Whenever you look at the 4 hour, you can see we are just riding across the 9 SMA. So we are definitely able to see what I believe in the beginning of next week, potential pullback down, especially with MACD kind of starting to come to a pinch, and same with RSI, it's kind of just right there. It's always possible, it just takes off next week. They do have earnings on Monday, so that is a big thing to start off the week for SoFi, which is great. Good for them. I'll be right there watching it. But yeah, I'm just with SoFi. Just be very closely observant within this next week. We just had the inauguration, so a lot of things are about to start changing for the stock market. But yeah, this is definitely one of those that you want to get behind, because it's a stock that's under $20. You can buy shares of this, really build up a portfolio with SoFi inside of it. It will definitely be one of those ones that will up your bag within these next 4 years for surely. But enough said about SoFi. You got my input on that. Next, I'd like to talk about is Tesla. And I know you see what I just clicked on. It says TSLA. And you're probably like, well, what is that? No, that's not Tesla. Well, it actually is. But what TSLA is it's actually a leveraged stock. So it's same thing as Tesla. It's just a leveraged stock. And do your own research on it. There's a little bit more risk with it. But at the end of the day, if you're in the stock game, there's risk with everything that you do when it comes to it. TSLL is the same chart as Tesla, and I'll show you here. Just 1 second. Let's see. Pull up Tesla for you. So make sure we're on the same time frame as well. It's daily. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, we got TSLL on my right side of the screen, and then we got Tesla on the left side. And you can see these charts are identical. What I'm kind of trying to look for from Tesla and whatnot is, a little bit more of a pullback. Um, we do have earnings coming up Wednesday of this coming up week, and that's also great. So we've already had a pullback from this previous week from about what we had at 420 down to 406. So that's really great. I do believe that we could see a potential pullback down to around 400, even possibly 395 in that range. Anything lower than that, that's great. Hopefully, we can find support, and hopefully, we don't fall through 375 and we can stay above and show good support there to kick back up to 430, 440. Reach those numbers again. That'd be really good. But what's so great about TSLL is you're not having to have such capital to actually afford Tesla contracts or shares, because it is a lot cheaper. You can see on the right side of my screen, it is only $27 per share. The options are still fairly expensive, but once again, it is, a little bit better than the actual Tesla contracts for the long run, because Tesla is one of these ones that you want to add into your portfolio for 6 months and out, and especially with Elon Musk, being such a type of man that he is and type of connections that he has, these next 4 years with this new president in office will definitely be beneficial to his company. And I'm all about, just making money and up in your bag. I don't care about political views, just I strictly care about how I can make more money. So whenever certain people come into the world that can, we can all benefit from, that's all I'm trying to care about right now. So this is one of those ones that you definitely want to be keeping an eye on for this pullback here, because Tesla moves, man. Tesla moves fast. It does quick moves, and it doesn't take long for it to, you know, let's say it drops down to 400. It's not going to take long for it to get back up to about 460 and higher, and then go reach the 500 mark that everybody's wanting. So just keep this on your radar. Keep a close eye on it. It moves a lot. Um, but yeah, that's really it for that. Just keep an eye on Tesla. Look at TSLL. Kind of see what that's giving for you. Hopefully that'll give you a better idea to make some money off of Tesla if you can't really afford the actual Tesla shares itself. No shame if you can't. Everybody's got their own capital. So however you can make money, just make your money. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing and how they're doing it. You know what I mean? Just get after your bag. That's all that matters. I'm gonna knock this down to one screen real quick. All right. So that being said, that's Tesla. That's my perspective on it. Where we can be looking for it. Last stock of the video that I really want to talk about is AMD. AMD has been tanking, and that's a good thing though, because AMD went on a crazy bull run up to about 227, I believe. And, this is one of those ones that you want to own shares of. Um, you just got to be careful because there's a lot of room for it to still go lower. Um, so don't think that this is about to explode right now. It's still got a lot of resistance that it needs to clear through before even thinking of getting back to those heights. This doesn't just happen overnight. So this is like one of those. This is one of those plays that's 6 months to a few years out possibly, but it'll be a good play to add to your portfolio and just set it and forget it and just let it ride. Really, I'd like to see. It'd be nice if we went and broke this high right here, this lower high, around 131. That'd be cool. We're sitting at 122. Let's start making higher highs to climb back to the upside. If not, getting this back down to about 115 area, hell, even 110 would be amazing. AMD's previous earnings did miss by 0.002, and we've got earnings on the 4th of February. So, earnings, with the way that the company's going right now, it's not like it's gonna be a significant change to the stock to make it, just skyrocket or tank even further. I feel like it's just going to kind of be a very neutral thing. And AMD is just going to play its course out. It did a very, very big run up to the upside, and it's really just on its cool down. And that's perfectly fine because we know where its potential is, and it just got there at a very quick pace and wasn't able to support it up there, and that's okay but now we know where it's been and where it can go again. So now we know that whenever we can get it this low from its previous high of 227 and we're down at 122, we know this is one of those stocks that it'll get back up there. It's got the backing for it. It's a competitor with Nvidia. We know that like it's one of those ones that can be a potential six-figure bag creator. So just keep a close eye on that as well. Just constantly be monitoring it, add it to your watch list. If you can get this around 115, that's cool. Start building your share game with it, getting fraction shares. And then if this thing can get back down to the like $100 to $90, that's even greater because option games are just gonna go crazy this year and these next 4 years really. So that's definitely a play to keep in your watch list and analyze it weekly and just be keeping notes and tabs on it because this is one that can definitely change your life within the coming up future. So that is basically all I've got for today with those main stocks that I just went over. There are more that I'm always watching on, but I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown on these right now at the moment. If you guys have any, other stocks that you'd want me to go over, give my own personal analysis like I just did today, leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video today, go ahead and leave your boy a like on the video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It does help, and it's free, so you're not losing anything, and you're helping your boy out as well. But I will catch y'all in the next one. Hopefully this was very helpful, kind of open your mind to newer ideas, and hopefully just gave you different perspective on the views of these said stocks that maybe you didn't have. So that's all I'm about, just helping people open their mind, change their perspectives, and get to their bag. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.